Welcome to Tally CA Connect. Very good afternoon to all. Great to see audience joining in during the year-end week and learning about Tally Prime. So, firstly, thank you for joining. And I'm sure last week you all have seen the launch event of TallyPrime 7.0, where along with the new features, we discussed the journey from the last 5 years, such as important features like the connected GST, connected banking, supporting Bharat Connect for business, and of course, the new features of 7.0. And as we like to address all the new topics at this CA Connect forum, from our experts who have used the products, seen the benefits, and are here to share the experiences and to teach how you can make use of those features in your day to day businesses, in your practices. So, please allow me to welcome Advocate Gautam Sharma ji for today's session. He's a tally evangelist and an amazing teacher who loves to find solution how to automate and ensure that the work gets done faster, accurately, and efficiently. So thank you so much, Gautam ji, for taking the first session of TallyPrime 7.0 for our CA Connect forum. And definitely we'll be uploading the recording so that more people can benefit from this session and your expertise and insights. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for our audience. We'll now begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Komal ma'am. Thank you for the introduction and giving me a chance again to present TallyPrime 7.0 with all the audience, and I can share the knowledge here. So, our today's topic is TallyDrive, how we can automate our backup and how we can schedule our backup using TallyDrive. The second topic will be SmartFind, which makes our life really very easy. So we will discuss that too, and after that we will be discussing connected banking.
Gautam ji, a few of them are saying the voice is quite low. Could you be a little louder?
Can you please confirm if it is okay?
Yeah.
Hello.
Actually, it's good. Matlab, is the voice low for everyone? Uh, so थोड़ा अगर जोर से हम बोल सकें और if you've
Can you please
connected.
confirm now? Can you please confirm now?
Actually, the voice is a little on the low side, but it is good for me. Yeah, this is clean. Thank
It is
you.
clear now. To volume. Yogesh Patil ji, can you please increase volume of your
Yeah,
speaker?
maybe
If you can
earphones
check,
or
if you can
something.
check your side.
Yeah. So now it is okay, I think they're
Now
saying.
it is okay.
Have you connected to the earphones or sir, something like that?
No, no, no. I'm using this mic.
Uh,
It's working fine, and I have tried with the
okay,
testing
thank
also.
you, Mr.
I have
Yogesh.
tested
I
my
think the
speaker
voice
and
is clear. We can start now. Yeah. Is
okay,
my voice
yeah.
also okay, or it is just sir, or is
No,
it the
no.
same volume you're receiving? Ma'am's voice is
आपकी
clear.
वॉइस क्लियर है?
Okay, then so मुझे भी आपकी आवाज आ रही है, but just to see, voice is very low. Um, Sir's voice is low and madam's voice is okay. Um, Maybe have if you've connected the mic, is that the reason, or
No, I think this mic is working fine. I have tested here, so let me test it again. Wait.
एक बार
Hello.
either try removing the mic?
Hello.
Yeah, I think it's much better.
Wait.
Voice
Hello.
is okay. So
Now.
Pooja ma'am is saying the voice is okay. Okay. For me, speaker
Hello.
voice is okay. Yeah. So I think most of us are we are getting the okay thing. So
Hello. I think it is okay, but I will try to
yeah,
speak in
a
loud voice.
little
So
louder probably might help. And I'll also request if you use earphones, it will be even better for the experience. Okay, great. So we can start. Yeah.
okay. So let me repeat the agenda again. So today we will be covering TallyDrive, where we will see how we can take backup. Wait, I can just let me stop my video. Okay. I have presented my screen. Can you please confirm whether my screen is visible?
The presentation screen is visible, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Gautam ji, we're still getting quite a few concerns about the voice. Can we can you disconnect the mic and maybe normally just say like I'm talking to the laptop directly. Maybe if you try doing that.
Actually, I'm using desktop, so without mic,
Okay,
it
so
not be
you'll need a
possible for
mic for
me.
it. Okay. Uh, because most of them are saying about the speaker voice. Because abhi shuru ho rahe hai. During the session, it might even go. Okay, so most of them are saying the voice is okay. So I think should be fine. So some people, I'll just request you all, maybe try using earphones. That would be easier, and voice might be more clear. But anyway, voice is clear for me as well, and I think we have gotten a few confirmations also that the voice is okay. And okay, Gautam ji, maybe we can start. I'll request you all to be a little louder. I think that will
Okay.
be better for the audience. Thank you.
Okay, fine. I will try to speak in louder voice so that everyone will be comfortable and they will be able to hear my voice. So, move to the topic. So, our first topic will be TallyDrive. So, before explaining what is TallyDrive, I will show you what we were having, what were the features we were having before TallyPrime 7.0. So before TallyPrime 7.0, TallyPrime 7.0, we are getting the backup 2.0 feature, which is known as TallyDrive as well. So what is the history of auto backup in Tally? In Tally ERP 9, before release 5.0, the auto backup was removed, and it was planned that in future it will be reintroduced with some new enhancement. And what people were doing or what we were doing is we were dependent on some TDLs, some third party softwares, some batch files, or we were scheduling the backup using some third party software, right? Uh, Alternatively, some people were using local drives, or they were using pen drive, Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, other storage options. So these were some things that people were depending before TallyPrime 7.0, before the introduction of backup 2.0. Now, what was the problem with TDL, batch file, Windows, task scheduler, or third-party applications? First of all, if we talk about the TDLs, so for TDL, people have to they have to incur some extra cost, and there were some chances of failure, if the backup is not taken using the TL, so people were not able to get the alert of that, and somehow they were missing their backup of their data. After that, if they were using batch file means in Windows, if someone knows, we can write some code, basic code, and we can save file is as .bat in a bat file. So that is known as batch file. So batch file was not for all, some technical skills and some manual checks were needed to use that batch file, and if some backup failure was there, so no one was able to get the alert of those backup failure. If people were using Windows task scheduler, then every time they have to check it manually, or they have to verify whether the reschedule is working or not, and in that also there were no failure alerts. In third-party applications, again, people have to incur some extra cost, and they have to take full backup. And some antivirus conflicts were also there in third-party application, because antivirus usually block third-party applications, and people were not able to use that. So these were the common issues that people were facing. Method of auto backup, storage issues were also there. If they were storing the data locally in any C drive, D drive, or in some pen drive or something like that. So if the system crashed, we cannot recover the data. अगर कभी भी कोई कंप्यूटर में प्रॉब्लम आ गई, लैपटॉप टूट गया, कंप्यूटर चोरी हो गया, कुछ भी हुआ या कोई वायरस अटैक हुआ, तो इन सच केसेस वी कैन नॉट रिकवर दैट डेटा. अगर कोई, if we are using external storage like pen drive or any other hard drive, in that case also, if there is some malware attack or some virus issues, we cannot recover our data. In manual, not manual, in online storage, we have to take the backup manually, or we have to copy and paste the file in our OneDrive, Google Drive, like that. And in that, one more problem was there. The data was not getting synced automatically sometimes, and if multi-users are there in your Tally, if multiple people are taking the backup, then the backup file may get some conflicts, and at the time of restoring the data, we cannot get the actual data, or we cannot get the perfect data at that time. So what exactly we need for automation of backup, or how we can secure our backup? For that, we need some simple, flexible, reliable, secure, and scalable options. That means something which should be very simple. Flexible means either we can take the backup manually. There should be an option to schedule the backup like that. It should be reliable, that our backup is safe and secure, and it can be used at any time. We can restore it at any point of time. It should be very speed. It should not be slow, right? So, with all these things, with all the issues the people were facing in market, Tally has developed this backup 2.0 feature. In backup 2.0, there is an option for one-time backup. There is an option for scheduling backup. There is an option for entering vault password in our backup as well. So how all these things work? Let us see practically. Now,
So your Tally screen, are you showing the Tally screen?
so we will see the things practically one by one. So in order to take backup, first of all, we have to make sure that if we are going to use TallyDrive, we have to be in the
Gautam
latest
ji,
version of, yeah, tell me.
still we are able to see only one-time backup. If you're showing the Tally screen, it is not yet visible.
Okay, wait. Just a moment. Let me reshare that. Can you please confirm now?
Yeah, the Tally screen is visible. Yes.
Okay. So if we are going to use TallyDrive, or if we are looking for backup 2.0 features, so we have to make sure that we are using TallyPrime 7.0. So how to confirm the version of Tally? For that, we need to go to F1 Help. We have to go to About. In About, we can see the release details here. So this is the latest version of TallyPrime 7.0. Now, how we can take the backup for one time? If we have to take backup of this company only once, then what is the procedure? For that, we have to go to this backup. We have to go to this data option. In data, we have to select backup and restore. And here, first of all, we have to log in into our TallyDrive. Here you can see TallyDrive login option is there. We have to press enter on this button. After pressing enter, we need to enter our tally.net ID, and then we have to press enter. After that, we have to enter our tally.net password. Once we enter our password, you can see this information will come that you have successfully logged into TallyDrive. Now, for taking backup, what we can do is we can go to this data option. We have to select backup and restore. Then we have to select backup, this button. Now, if we go to this backup data path, this point with backspace, here in the right side you can see a new option TallyDrive is added with cloud storage. So what is TallyDrive? TallyDrive is simply a cloud storage provided by Tally Solutions to take backup of our data. Now, for the backup path, we can select TallyDrive. We can press enter here to select that. Now you can see TallyDrive has been selected as our data backup path. Now we have to select the company, which company we want to take backup. So I'm selecting this SmartFind. One company is there with the name SmartFind. I'm pressing enter to select end of list. When you are selecting TallyDrive as your backup data path, you can see a new option here, set backup password. So this is a very interesting feature of backup 2.0. As we keep vault password in our Tally to secure our data, like if we are not able to enter our vault password, we cannot open our data, or we cannot recover our data. Data is very safe and secure using vault password in Tally. In the same way, our backup can also be encrypted using vault password, and for that we need to make this option as yes. This is not mandatory, but it is recommended to use backup password so that your your data will be very safe and secure. When we make that option as yes, we get a screen where it will ask us to enter a password. As of now, I am keeping the password 123 for demo purpose. It is recommended to keep a safe and secure password. Again, I have to confirm the password, and then there will be an option, email for recovery key. So what is this concept of recovery key? For example, at some point of time you want to restore your data, but you are not able to you are not remembering your password, what password you kept as a vault password for your Tally data backup. So using the key, recovery key, you can restore your data. Now if we go to this option, here it will ask us whether I have to select none, like I don't have to select any email for recovery key, or I have to select multiple addresses, or I have to select single address, single email ID. So here I will enter my ID. So you can see I have entered my email ID and I'm accepting this screen. Now again it will ask me to log in as which user, like there can be multiple user in your Tally license. So from which user you want to take the backup. So I'm selecting my .NET ID here. Now you can see the backup process is completed. Now, before showing you the backup process or what just happened, I will show you one more thing. Here if I go to this folder where my data was there, you can see if I go to this property, it is a very small data, 1.40 MB. Okay. But if I will go to my TallyDrive data, manage TallyDrive, if I log in with my ID, in my ID there can be multiple serial number. I have to select the serial number from which I have taken the backup. Now in the bottom you can see SmartFind, this company name is coming. If I go to the right side, you can see the created by, which user has created this backup, the date and time of backup. This is just the time that we took backup. And now you can see the backup size. It is just in KBs. That means if your data is of around 100 MB, then in TallyDrive it will be compressed by up to 4 or 5 times. That means it will take around 20 MB of space in your TallyDrive. So this is the best part of using TallyDrive. Like your data is getting compressed by up to 5 times. It is taking very less space, or it is consuming very less space in your TallyDrive. Now, we will check our email. You can see this is my email ID, not email ID, this is my mail, where that one backup for this company with this code for this tally serial number from this account ID has been taken. And this is the recovery key which I can use instead of my password. So what I will do, I will just copy this recovery key. I will go back to Tally. Now if I want to restore the data, so for restoring there is two methods. Either I can first download the data in my local computer, or I can directly restore it from TallyDrive. So I will show both the things, both the method. For restoring, we have to go to this data option. We have to select backup and restore. Then we have to select restore. In restore, first of all, we have to give the correct restore data path. So for this, I will create a new folder here with the name restore data. I will copy the path of this folder. I will go back to Tally. Using specify path option in the right side, I will paste the path with Control V, and I will select that path. So I want to restore my data in that particular folder. Now, from where I want to take the data for restoring purpose. Earlier we used to take it from any drive where we have kept the data, but now we can use TallyDrive. So when I select TallyDrive, again I have to confirm my user ID, and now you can see the list of companies. You can see the list of companies backup which are there in your TallyDrive. So as of now, I want to take backup of this SmartFind only, this single company. So I can just select that, and then I have to select end of the list here. Now you can see it is asking me for backup password. If I enter here 1, 2, 3, and if I press enter, I can restore my data. If I'm not remembering my password, what was the password that I kept while taking the backup, I can use that recovery key as well. So for that, again I will show while restoring the data. Again I selected that same company. So now instead of using 1, 2, 3, I will go back to my email. I will copy this recovery key. I will come back to my Tally. I will paste that recovery key. So you can see now a lot of characters are there as I have entered the recovery key. If I press enter, it is asking me that the same company already, like the same folder, 1 lakh folder already exists because already I have taken a backup here. I have restored the backup here. So either I can skip that or I can replace that. So I am replacing the backup as of now. So you can see it's working fine. So this is how we can take the backup if for one time. Now we will see another one feature of scheduling backup. For scheduling any backup in your TallyPrime, you can go to the data option, you can select backup and restore, and then you can select schedule backup. With the schedule backup, again there's a lot of options available on the screen. First of all, we have to select the data backup data path. Now the question is, can I take backup on TallyDrive only if want to schedule? The answer is no. You can schedule in your local computer or you can schedule in your TallyDrive. Any option you can select. So now if I select TallyDrive here, then if I select the name of company, that I want to take backup. I have selected two companies here. Here you can see the backup frequency option is there, whether I want to take the backup once or daily or weekly or monthly. If I select monthly, it will give me the list of dates. For example, I want to take first day, or if I select it weekly, I can select Sunday, Monday, Tuesday when I want to take backup. For all the private limited companies, there's a norm for taking backup on daily basis. The audit trail, all the companies have to take the backup on daily basis. So this feature will be very helpful. All the companies can simply select this daily option and they can enter the time. So right now on my screen you can see the time is 3:26 or it is almost 3:27. So I will give a time of 3:28 p.m. Do you want to take backup now? I don't want to take backup now, but it is recommended to take a backup. And do you want to set password? As of now, I'm making it no, but it is recommended to keep a password in your backup. Now it is showing that you have not enabled the backup password. Enabling it ensures that only user with the password can restore the backup. So it is just giving me a message to enter my password. So I have scheduled the backup. Now you can see the next backup. It is showing me the time when the next backup for these two companies will be there. It will be on 24th December 3:28 p.m. So now if I click on refresh details button, F7 button, you can see the backup process has been started. It is showing in process. If again I click on this refresh F7 button, now you can see the status is showing success. That means my backup has been taken successfully. Now what's more in this schedule backup option? Let us explore that. If I go back to that option, schedule backup, here there is an option to take or to add another schedule. For example, I want to schedule the backup again on my local drive. So here in the backup data path, I can select any drive. Like I am selecting this restore data folder. I am selecting one company. And now if I go to F12 configure button on the right bottom, there's an option provide method of backup. If I make this option as yes, now the method of backup, a new feature will be there, and it will ask me whether I want to take incremental backup or I want to take full backup. Now what is this incremental backup? Incremental backup means, let's suppose when you are taking your backup first time and you are having thousands of entries, then the backup data size will be around 10 MB or 20 MB. Let's suppose 10 MB. But after making a few more entries, if you are making 10 or 20 more entries and again you are taking backup with incremental option as a method of backup, then the backup size will be in around 1 KB or 2 KB only. How it works, I will explain. And when you are selecting the method of backup as incremental, it will give another option, number of restorable version. You can keep it up to 366. If you try to enter 400, it won't accept. You can see if I type 400, it will give a message that restorable version can be between 1 and 366. 366 number of restorable version means up to how many numbers you want to restore your data. That is the previous versions. So it will show me around 366 previous version of my data when I will try to restore my backup. Do you want to take a backup now? I am selecting no. and the time of backup I'm selecting here, it is 3:31. So I will select 3:32 p.m. and accept. Now if I refresh, it won't show anything. Now what I will do is, I will close my tally, and I'm in this folder restore data where my data backup is going to happen. I have to wait for around 30 seconds. I'm deleting this folder. We have to wait for a few seconds. Once the time is triggered to 3:32, you can see automatically the backup has been taken even if my tally was closed. You can see tally instance is closed here. I have not opened tally. Even if my tally is closed but my PC is on, no internet required, automatically it will take backup if you are taking a backup in local computer. If you have selected TallyDrive, you have to make sure that internet should be connected. Tally is not open, that is okay, but internet should be connected if you are taking TallyDrive as an option for taking backup on a scheduled basis. Now if I go to manage drive to see what backup companies are available on my TallyDrive, so you can see this was the company 328. This is for TallyDrive, and for local computer we can see the data here in the particular folder where we have taken the backup. Now, if I want to delete my data, or if I want to delete my backup file from my TallyDrive, then what to do? For that, we have to go to this data option. We have to go to backup and restore. We have to select manage TallyDrive. We have to log in with our .NET ID. Same, we have to select our correct serial number, and then we have to select those companies which we want to delete from the TallyDrive. After selecting those company, here you can see delete button is there, or you can press Alt D to delete the selected companies. Once you delete the data from here, your available storage will be increased by the once you delete the data from here, automatically your available storage will be increased. In TallyPrime, if you are having a silver license, if your TSS is active. If you are having gold license, the free space will be 3 GB. Like you can see in my case, as it is a gold license, I am getting 3 GB free space. And if you are using TallyPrime server, you will get in total 13 GB. If you want to extend this storage, even 1 GB or 3 GB is more than enough, because your data is getting compressed by up to 4 or 5 times. This 3 GB is equal to around 15 GB if we see our data. Even in that case also, if you want to increase your storage, if you are having a lot of companies, if you are a CA or you are a practitioner and you want more storage, you can simply click on this extend storage button. Once you click on this, you will be redirected to this Tally Solutions website, where you can select your plan, how much GB data you want. For 1 unit, 10 GB will be added, and the billing will be like up to your TSS expiry date. So for my serial number, the expiry date is 31/3/27. So for 15 months, it will show the bill. I can purchase from here and I can use the space accordingly. Now, one more option is there. After taking your backup, when you are taking a backup, you have entered your password and you want to resend the recovery key. At the time of taking your password, sorry, at the time of taking your backup, when you entered your password and you selected one email ID for getting the recovery key, mistakenly, if you are deleting those emails, for example, I am deleting this email and I want to get that recovery key again. So what I do is, in manage TallyDrive option, I can select my company like this and I can click on this reset recovery key F8 button. It will ask me for backup password, what password I have kept, and then it will ask me to select the email ID on which I want to resend the recovery key. Then I have to press enter to accept that. And now if I go back to my email, you can see if I do refresh, I have received my recovery key here. So with this we have covered how we can take backup manually, how we can schedule the backup. Now in backup 2.0 we will cover the last part, which is sharing backup with any other Tally user. That means for this we can take a small use case. Let's suppose I am your client, or I am a client and I have to share my Tally data with my chartered accountant or my practitioner. So what I can do is, I can log in into my Tally solutions, I can log in into my account in tallysolutions.com. How to do that? I will show step by step. We have to go to tallysolutions.com. We have to click on login. We have to enter our tally.net ID and password, and then we have to log in. After login, we have to select our correct account ID from which we have taken the backup, and we want to share that backup with our practitioner. After selecting that ID, we can go to this control center, and here we have to go this user management and we have to select manage users. After selecting manage users, we have to create a user. Here the security level should be standard user, and then we have to enter the tally.net ID of our CA. So here I am entering my another email ID, tally.net ID. After entering the .NET ID, one option will be there, enable TallyDrive backup and restore services. We have to click on this checkbox, and then here we have to give some permissions that the user we are creating here, whether he should be able to take backup to TallyDrive, can he download or restore company backup, the Tally client configured with there can be multiple permutation and combination of the permissions you want to give to that user. You can select it accordingly as per your choice. So if I enable this option and if I enable this option as well, Tally client in educational mode, then also my practitioner will be able to download all the backup files. For restore or download, we have to click here, all backup under the license. After selecting all these options, we have to click on this create button. Now my user is created successfully. As of now, what I will do, I will go to this 3 dot and I will mark this user as inactive, so that I can show you at the user ends how the portal looks like. So here I have logged in with my user account, so I will show you. This is my user account. if I go to control center, user account means the practitioner's account. In control center, there is an option TallyDrive management. If I click on TallyDrive storage, you can see it's not showing the client's ID, that is my email ID. Now if I go back to my tally.net ID and if I click on this three dot and I click on this mark activate, now it is showing user marked active successfully. If I do refresh the page, if I go back to the practitioner side and if I refresh the page again, wait, okay. So in the practitioner side, now I have to select the client's tally.net ID for accessing the data. Now I have to go to control center, TallyDrive management, TallyDrive storage. So it is showing, sorry, you don't have any permission. I think there is a refresh issue. Wait, let me check again. Let me log out and log in it again. Okay, so what just happened is when I marked it as inactive, so automatically all the rights from this user were disabled. So again I have to go back to that user and again I have to enable that first. After enabling this again and when I click on save, then only the options will be shown there in the practitioner side. So it is saved successfully. Now again if I go back to practitioner's login, I have selected wrong ID, I guess. Yeah. So in the practitioner side, first of all, we have to select the client ID, tally.net ID. After selecting the client's email ID or tally.net ID, we have to go to control center. We have to go to TallyDrive management and then we have to click on TallyDrive storage. Here we can click on this serial number to see the list of companies for which backup has been taken. Now from this portal, the practitioner can only delete the backup if the right is given. But what if the practitioner want to download this backup file? Then what he has to do, I will show you. For that I am just surrendering my license here. I will reactivate with the practitioner's tally.net ID and password. Now I have changed my tally license and you can see earlier it was gold and now it is silver. Now what I want is, being a CA or being a practitioner, I want to access or I want to download my client's data. So for that I don't have to call my client, please share your data on email or please send it on WhatsApp. Simply if the client has shared his data on my TallyDrive, then I can click on this data button, I can select restore. After selecting restore, first of all we have to give the restore path. So I am giving that restore data folder path, and again here we have to select from where we want to restore the data. We want to restore it from TallyDrive. So now I have to again give my ID for confirmation. My ID means practitioner ID, because now I have logged in as a practitioner. Now you can see the list of backups that my client has taken is showing here. If I want to restore any data, I can see the date, which is latest data, and then if I press accept, it will ask me for the password. If I enter the password, if the password is wrong, let's suppose I am entering one only, so it won't accept, it won't allow me to proceed. You can see if I'm typing anything and I press enter, it won't allow me to restore the data. But if I enter the correct password, automatically my data will be restored and it will be saved in the respective folder. So this is how we can share our backup with our practitioners, or how a practitioner can also share the backup file with their respective clients. So this was all about backup 2.0. Moving ahead to SmartFind. SmartFind is a very beautiful feature in TallyPrime 7.0. So what's new in SmartFind is, let's suppose I'm a shopkeeper. A customer came to my shop and all of a sudden he asked me, he told an invoice number and he told that please give me a copy of that invoice. So what earlier we were doing is, either we were going to that particular ledger DAL and then we were selecting that party, or we were going to DAS sales register and we were selecting the things manually, right? But now with SmartFind, we can see a button on the top of gateway of Tally and the shortcut key is Alt F. So when we press Alt F, here we can write anything, we can search anything. For example, I am searching invoice INV/2. I am just zooming it so that it will be visible. The moment I press enter, you can see on my screen I got the result. The results are split into two parts. The top part will be the transactions. Here this part you can see the transactions, and the bottom part will be masters. So whenever you are searching anything, for example I am searching Gautam. So on the top I am able to see the list of transactions where the word Gautam is there. In the bottom I can see the master, where it can be ledger master, accounting master, or item master, anything. So now one more thing will be there in this report. The item that I am searching here, in the result from which source I am getting the result. So in this entry, the ledger name, party name is Gautam. In the second entry, the ledger name is Gautam. In the third entry, the ledger name is Gautam. Okay. In the master, I can see this Gautam trader. The name contains the word Gautam. Now if I want to give a print of any invoice, or if I want to drill down to the entry level, I can just press enter and I can see the complete entry and I can make the changes if required. Another example, when I asked my accountant to search for Gautam, Gautam, what he did is he wrote Goutam, Gautam. The spelling was different, but we were talking about the same party. Now when we press enter, you will say, sir, Gautam, Goutam, that party came, but I was looking for Gautam. So what I can do is I can include similar spellings. So that is a very beautiful part of this report, of this feature SmartFind. For that, in the right side we can see a button F9 include similar spelling. We can click on that, and automatically we will get all the transactions or masters where similar spelling was included. So this was another use case. Now when I am looking for Gautam, Gautam, wait, why I am going to go to feature. When I am pressing Alt F and I am selecting Gautam, Gautam, it is giving me the result for exact spelling. I was looking for Gautam, Gautam, and it gave the result for exact spelling. I want wherever Gautam is there, along with any other word, give me all the results. So for that, what I can do is I can select this basis of values, and here the second option, include contains match. I can make this option as yes and press Ctrl A to accept. Now you can see the master or the transaction where along with Gautam one S is also there. So whatever you are looking for, if any additional things are there attached with that particular word, it will be shown in your results. Now for example, I am going to my day book, and in this entry in narration I am writing today's date 24 12 25. So I am giving this narration 24 12 25 and I am pressing enter, and let me do one more change in one more entry. Or let's take another example. Here you can see the ledger name is CGST VAL value. Okay, CGST VAL. So what I am doing is, in that particular entry, in the payment entry, where is that entry? This one. Instead of giving the date, I am writing CGST VAL, and I am saving this entry. Now, the moment I go to Alt F and I type CGST VAL and I press enter, so in result what I am getting is 3 transactions, where in the first transaction I am getting the result from narration, in other transactions I am getting the match found in ledger name, and in the result I am getting one master also, where the ledger name is having this value. If I want to see more details, I can just press enter. It will go to alteration screen, and here if I press shift enter, or wait, not shift enter, the shortcut key was alt H, details of match. Here in the right side also it is there. So if I press alt H, you can see I will get more details on those results. Now the thing is, while searching for that value, I want the results should come from a specific field, that is narration. So how I can search? I can write narration is to CGST well. If I press enter, now you can see the result will come from that specific field. It won't cover any other result. It won't cover any other part. So this is how we can use SmartFind. In SmartFind, one more feature is there that is very useful. For showing that feature, I will create a new company. or instead of creating a new company, I can go with any existing company as well. Just a moment. So I'm selecting another one company. Let me select one more company. Okay, so this is for migration. So let me go with two company only. Now, the active company is National Enterprises Head Office. I am selecting Alt F and I am selecting the recent CGST VAL, that option. Results are not coming. Why? Because it is searching the result from national enterprises. Now what if I am having multiple companies, I am having branches also for my business, or I am looking for multiple year data and I am looking for a particular value. Then in that case, you can use this feature in multi-company also. For that, what you have to do is, in this report, you have to select F3 button, and then there will be an option for selecting all companies. You have to just press enter on that button, all company. Now you can see here in the result, you can see the result is coming from this company, SmartFind. This is the date. The result is coming from the narration field. Instead of narration, if you want to see any value from the check number field, party name, ledger name field, any field, you can give that field name. Then you have to give is2 button, that is colon, and then you have to enter the field value and it will work. Now in the Alt F button, whenever we search anything, the history gets saved here automatically. If you want to configure it that it should not store your history, what you have searched, so for that what you can do is, you can go to F1 help button, then you can select settings, you can select find, and here there will be an option maintain history, which is marked as yes by default. You can press enter to make it no. Now if you press Ctrl A to save the settings, and if you press Alt F, you can see the history is not showing here. Now if we search for any particular thing, we come out again. If we go to Alt F, the history will not be saved here. So with this you can configure the history management of this SmartFind. So with this we have successfully covered two topics, that is TallyDrive and SmartFind. Now I'm going to the last part of this webinar, that is the connected banking option. So here's my data, and I'm just deleting one voucher here. I can show you how connected banking works in TallyPrime. So in TallyPrime, we all have seen connected banking features in 6.0 release, where we got to know that we can import our bank statement using net banking. That feature was exclusively available for Axis Bank and Kotak Mahindra Bank. But now in 7.0, SBI is also included, and with SBI and Axis and Kotak. As of now, three banks are connected for the connected banking features, where if you want to make or initiate any payment from your Tally, you can do that, and the amount will be deducted and transferred to the beneficiary automatically. And after all this transaction happens, you can import your bank statement and you can do the reconciliation process automatically. How? I will show you. So for that, I am going to ledger outstanding report in my Tally. Here I am selecting one party, Amit Traders. So you can see for Amit, the pending bill is, I am having two invoices for which the amount is pending and I have to pay the amount because it is showing a credit balance. That is, I have to pay. So what I can do is I can select both the invoices or multiple invoices at a time with space bar or control space, and then there will be a button, settle bills. Alt B is the shortcut key for that button. We can click on that button. After that, it will ask us for voucher date. Let's suppose I am doing it on 19th December, for example, or we can keep any date. Let's suppose we can take today's date as well. Normally the voucher date should be on which date you are going to create the voucher, so you have to take it accordingly. You can select your bank. I'm selecting SBI for payment, and in narration I'm mentioning paid in full, and then I'm selecting and accepting the form. So you can see automatically with the bill reference the voucher has been created here, and all the bank allocations, the bank account detail and everything will be taken from the party ledger automatically. Here in this party, in bank details, whatever details we have filled, this details will come automatically in that part here. Now if we press enter and we accept the screen, our voucher is ready. Is my payment deducted from my bank? No, the amount is not yet deducted from the bank. To send the amount, what we have to do is we have to go to the exchange. Under exchange, we have to select all banking options, and then we have to select send payments. Here we will get a list of all the vouchers for which payment is still pending. We have to press enter, and then just a moment. There's a LAN connectivity issue, for that it is getting hanged. Now after pressing enter, we have to select those vouchers for which we want to initiate the payment, and then we have to click on this send button, send online. We have to enter our tally.net ID, the password, one OTP will be sent to the registered mobile number. We have to enter the OTP, and you can see initiating the payment message came, and again for confirmation of the amount we have to enter the OTP we received, and the payment is sent to the bank. Status submitted. This option is this message is coming here. Now to check the details, I can click on this F6 e-payment button. Here it is showing in progress under the bucket sent to bank unreconciled. Now if I go to exchange and if I go to select this option get statement, here I can import my bank statement up to for a given period. For setting the period, I can click here set statement period. I can enter the period here. I have to select the bank for which I want to download the bank statement. Click on this get statement or refresh. Once we click on that button, Tally will put, and now it is showing ready to import. For importing those transactions, we have to click get statement or refresh. You can see 4 entries are showing. We can click on this bank reconciliation summary. Here it is a dummy data. I am using Tally Sandbox for showing you the connected banking features. So there is a date difference. What I can do is I can select both the entries and I can click on reconcile. Normally this won't happen in your case because in your case there won't be you won't be getting this date difference, and the reconciliation will be done automatically. You don't have to set your vouchers and you don't have to click on the reconcile button. It will be done automatically. In my case, as I am using a dummy data, so this happened and I have to do it manually. In the connected banking feature, if we want to see the bank balance at any point of time, simply we can go to exchange and we can click on this get balance, and automatically Tally will show the balances for the particular bank or for the particular ledger. So with this we have successfully completed 3 topics, that is TallyDrive, SmartFind and connected banking. One small thing is there in incremental backup in backup 2.0. I forgot to show one feature, that is incremental backup, how it works and what's the benefit of doing incremental backup. I will take maximum 2 to 3 minutes to show that feature. I forgot to show that feature to all. That is a very interesting feature. So what I am doing is I am taking backup of my data in TallyDrive. Okay, while taking one-time backup, we cannot select that incremental backup, because incremental backup means again and again you are going to take backup for the same company, right? So for that, what I have to do is I have to select schedule backup, and here I will add one more schedule, and I'm selecting SmartFind, this company. The schedule time I will give for 4 to 10 p.m. I will make this option incremental as yes. Up to 7 restorable version I want, and accept. So we got a success message, and now we are in the report schedule backup report. We are in schedule backup report. If I am deleting these schedules from here, if I delete this won't delete my backup. It will just delete the schedules that I have created. For deleting the backup, we have to go to manage TallyDrive. For deleting the backup, we have to go to this manage TallyDrive, and from there we can delete our backup. If we are in schedule backup report, and if here we are selecting anything and if we are deleting something, it will just delete our schedule. It won't delete the backup. Okay. So now I have taken a backup, and if I go to my TallyDrive, if I can see, the backup size is 7290 KB. Okay. Now what I will do is, I will create some entries. I will create some entries here. So instead of creating some entries, I am going to my daybook. I am just making a duplicate entry. So now the last date of entry is 31st March 2026. Okay. Now, if I go to schedule backup, instead of scheduling backup, what I can do is, yeah. If I take backup again, what I am doing is, I am just altering the schedule that I have created, and here I am changing the time. The time will be 4:13 p.m. Now you can see the next backup is scheduled for 4:13, that is after 10 or 15 seconds. The previous backup was taken on 4:10. So now it's 4:13, so it is showing in progress. If I refresh it again, the backup is taken successfully. The status is changed to success. Now, if I restore my data, I am going to restore it in this folder. I will restore it from TallyDrive. At the time of restoring, it is asking me which version you want to restore. This is incremental backup. Okay. I will show the backup size also. So now which version I want to take, which version I want to restore. If you remember, I told while explaining these features, you can keep it up to 366. That means up to 366 previous versions of your backup, it will show you the details in this list, and you can select the particular backup file that you want to restore. So I am selecting this 4:13 p.m. this backup version, and I am restoring it. So I have restored it in another folder. Moving to that folder, you can see I am having the data up to 31st March. That means it will give me all the previous entries as well as the new entries that I have created. Now if I go to my manage TallyDrive option, you can see if we are taking full backup again and again, earlier the backup size was 70 or 72 KB, I guess. If we are not using incremental backup, again it will take a backup for 70 KB. That means it will be twice. It will consume double storage, double space in your TallyDrive. But if you are using incremental backup, you can see how the backup size is going to be and how you can save more and more space. So with this, we have completed all the topics. If you have any query, you can please ask.
Thank you, Gautam ji. Actually, few of the queries which they have put in the Q&A and chat, I had actually given them help link and whichever I knew the answers. So in case you have more questions, please do write in the Q&A or you can raise your hands. We can allow you. And thank you, Gautamji, for explaining step by step, because as you can see, most of them are saying that Tally backup is going to be very useful, and we really love the response where everyone said ki all three of them are their favorite. So thank you so much, everyone. If you really like the features, please do help us spread awareness that these features are available in Tally Prime, and you can make sure to your clients can use the same. Some of them were requesting for Bharat Connect. So as you can see, it already crossed today's time and we could not do justice for Bharat Connect and all. So I'm just sharing a link how to enable Bharat Connect so that you can see for yourself, or please join the next CA Connect, which will be uploading for Bharat Connect. So I'm just putting the link for Bharat Connect of TallyPrime. Yeah. And in case you have questions, please do put in. Anupji, I'll try my best that the recording gets uploaded in a day or two. And from tally.net. Mr. Samir, you can see in the help page also, you'll be seeing the answer. Yeah. So for Bharat Connect, as of now, I have given you a link where you can put on your serial number and you can enable Bharat Connect for your TallyPrime license. Okay. Gautamji, you can see for Q&A if you can address few questions.
Yeah, I'm typing the answer for
No, you can actually reply now. I'm just done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Nilesh is asking, do we have backup validity time and it will be deleted automatically in TS9 backup feature? I think he's asking for by what time the backup will be stored if the TSS is expired. So your backup is not going to be deleted automatically. The only thing is, if your TSS is expired, you won't be able to take new backups. If you have taken some old backup, it will be there. But for taking new backup, you have to renew your TSS. ASN Achari, he's asking for please clarify 366. So I was saying that up to 366 previous version of your data you can keep if you are using incremental backup. Is this incremental backup data applicable only to TallyDrive or both TallyDrive and local? It is available for both TallyDrive or local. Wherever you are keeping your data, you can use incremental backup. But if you are using, if you are taking your backup for once only, you don't have to take backup on a scheduled basis, then you cannot use incremental backup. Any questions?
Yeah. She's asking for
Can
an
you show
example.
an example? Okay, let me share my screen again. So here, if I'm selecting this data, backup and restore, if I'm going to schedule a backup, add schedule, instead of TallyDrive, I'm selecting my desktop. And now if I press F12 button, here you can see method of backup. If I make it yes, this incremental option will be added. Now what I will do is I will take a backup of this company, and it is so now it won't ask me to enter my tally.net ID. If I refresh, press enter, the backup has been taken. If I minimize everything, you can see here's the backup file. And as your query was whether we can take incremental backup or not, so yes, you can take incremental backup if you are selecting local data path also. Any more queries?
I think people need to start using 7.0 in order to have more queries. Yeah, so I think we have no further questions. Mostly it was on the space issues or how much space will be available and all of those questions, which we had unanswered, that it is 1 GB for single user, 3 GB for multi-user, and 13 GB for TallyPrime server. And like you said, it is as long as you have the TSS, you can quickly you can schedule TallyDrive auto backups. And same for the connected payments. We are still in the process of onboarding more banks. As and when, we'll be keeping you updated on the banks onboarded. So that's all. I'll request you all that please upgrade and start using 7.0 features. As I could see a lot of thumbs up when Gautam sir showed that how quickly it was done. So please do experience for yourself. And once you like, if you get any queries, please do reach out to support@tallysolutions.com. If you're already part of our CA community WhatsApp group, just put in your queries. Somebody will be there to resolve your queries. We want to ensure that it becomes a seamless experience, because the ones who have used the beta access have really liked the feature. So thank you so much, Gautam ji, for a very detailed step-by-step session. I'm sure many of them will make use of it. And like I'm getting the recording request, I'll really try my best that it gets uploaded by Friday itself, as tomorrow is a holiday. So Merry Christmas, everyone. And thank you so much for joining, even at the last week of the calendar year. So very grateful for your love of Tally. Thank you so much.